What's happening, my fellow cat visionaries, and welcome back to Cat Vision. Just happened to catch some feline cuteness going on, some kitty cuteness going on right now. We are feline fine here at CatVisionTM, the realest cat content you will find anywhere on YouTube. So I was just sitting here in the living room, programming a little death metal, a little electronic death metal. I'm so real. I'm such a real content creator, I don't even make real music anymore. I have transcended human limitations by no longer even bothering to play actual guitar. I just program everything, and honestly, it's so much fun. This is what I've been waiting for my whole life as far as music creation. Of course, the cats are going to go off camera. The realest cat content doesn't even feature cats. There they are. Anyway, I have transcended human limitations. I don't even play guitar anymore. I always considered myself a composer kind of guy. Not to say like I'm like Mozart or anything, but I like making music. I like putting music together. I like, what happens if we play it in this key and that, So like being in a band and having ideas, all that takes so much time. And just trying to get your ideas by other musicians, it's so taxing. But, my computer never says no. Just like, hey, yeah, you want to try it in C sharp? You want to try it in D flat? Whatever, dude. You want to try it in B, You want to try it in C sharp? That's fine. Yeah, you want to try it in D flat? Hey, that's the same key, right? I don't care. Let's try it. So, yeah. We're so real here at Cat Vision, we don't even make real music anymore. We make electronic death metal. And one day soon, I'll be uploading some of my electronic death metal to my channel at Death's Door TV on YouTube. That's where you can find all of my music. There's an entire album plus of material that I did actually play guitar on. So just for a little context, I recorded the guitars. All the guitars are recorded. And I recorded the vocals, the drums, and the bass. I program in a music program called Reason. So, but now I had some problems with my recording equipment. So I just kind of had to figure out a workaround. I had such a good rhythm going, such a good inertia, I guess you could say, and I didn't want to lose that inertia, So I just wanted to keep going. So I just said, well, I'm already programming the drums and the bass. Why can't I program the guitars as well, So, there's challenges with it. You don't want it to, I'm not trying to fool anybody into believing that this is real stuff. Or not that it's not real, but that it's not played by humans. I'm not trying to fool anybody. But you do want it to sound, you don't want it to sound so machine-like and mechanical that it's sterile or boring. I want it to be different. I want it to be innovative. I want it to be something. I don't think there's no such thing as a truly unique idea. Anything you think you're doing, someone else is probably doing somewhere else, But I do think it's uncommon. I do think a lot of my ideas are uncommon. And I do think, I think it's pretty cool. Death metal is like my favorite, late 90s to, let's say, basically all the way through the 90s, death metal. That's like probably my favorite music. But I also love 80s pop, and I also was a fan of some early to mid 90s industrial music, particularly like Ministry on the Mind is a Terrible Thing to Taste into Psalm 69, and Nine Inch Nails, Pretty Hate Machine, and Broken, and the Downward Spiral, their commercial, that was really like their commercial breakthrough, but it's still a super good album. So I like the idea of, you want to always put your influences into your music, but you're not going to make an 80s pop song that is death metal. Who's that music for? 80s pop fans are going to be like, this sucks, it's death metal. And death metal fans are going to be like, this sucks, it's 80s pop. But 80s pop does have a lot of electronic elements. So in that way, I am taking that influence, that passion for that music. I love music like Duran Duran and Madonna and stuff like that. And not just for the nostalgic value, which is strong and can't be denied. But I also like it just because it's really good music. It's just really good. They're great songs. There were never any greater songs written, in my opinion, than the great hits of the 80s. Roxette, Listen to Your Heart. Find me a better song than Roxette, Listen to Your Heart. Or like Duran Duran, Hungry Like the Wolf. Or Notorious, that freaking song, man. I don't know. And then also to be able to infuse elements of like Ministry. Because like Ministry and Nine Inch Nails, they were very guitar-driven industrial bands, So it's like I'm all of these influences that I had, I'm fusing them. That's how real we are. That's the mission. Right, Claire Bear? Claire Bear, what's the mission? It's to be real, stupid human. I'm being real with you. You're a stupid human. I know I'm a stupid human, but I'm a stupid human who's transcended human limitations in my music. No longer are the days of playing something 136 times in a row only to be not even satisfied with it when you're done. You're like, whatever, I can't play it again. It's lost all meaning. Those days are gone. Once the machine has the program, I guess the computer could skip, and that happens often, but I think that's just because I eat up too much memory. Speaking of which, I'm going to have to cut infinity. We're going to end all the videos with the infinity screen. I'm going to have to cut this real video short because I did just get a message from my computer saying that I'm getting low on storage space, so I got to move all this to my external hard drive. God, I hope I didn't lose this real rant.